Hi again, everybody, and welcome into Week 2 edition of Peacocks on the Prowl. I'm Zach Carlyle here with you, and we're talking Peacock Volleyball today, joined by senior captain of the team, Alisha VanderWoude. And Alisha, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks.
Let's start with last weekend. You got a split in Illinois to start the year. So you're 2-2 on the young season. What did you see from your team that you are ready to build off of coming into the second week of the year?
You could really tell the matches that we lost that our communication really broke down. We didn't form a team as we were playing. We were scattered. The ball, we were just trying to get over. And the difference between the winning games was we were really connecting. I really felt the connection out there. We were all cheering as a team. We got super excited, almost obnoxious, but it was fun when we played it like that. So I'm really hoping that we can build off of, talking wise and just feeling the connection out there. And during practice, it's been good this week, but when that game starts, we got freshmen starting, we got new faces out there, so you can feel the pressure on some of them. And I think Chelsea and I, and the other seniors, we really tried to maybe calm them down, act like it's more fun than stressful, because they are still just tournaments. They're not conference games yet. We don't see them that stressful yet, even though they are still games.
44 kills for you over the weekend. You and Ashley Larson earning honors on the all-tournament team in Illinois. So what has it been like for you two offensively so far this season?
Well, I love having Ashley as our libero. I loved them in the past too, but she's so just on point, and she's very disciplined when she plays, and it's great trusting her because she's going to be there. And then I love hitting off our setters because I trust them so well. And it was really just the last games that I started getting kills because our serve receive was on point, and then Mal and I were just connecting. We were on point. She was setting me, and it was one of those connection things where you knew we were going to get a good pass. I knew I was going to get a good set from her, and it really just flowed well.
In preparation for the season, you're on the right side getting ready for the year, but all of a sudden now you move back to the middle where you kind of started your career early on. What has that transition been like for you to go back to the middle? Well,
I was hoping to play the middle, but we have competition everywhere. So it's a toss in the air where you're going to play in the beginning anyway. So, I kept asking Coach, I'm like, let's practice middle too. And he's like, okay, yeah, you can. And then Lo did get hurt, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm staying middle until Lo comes back, and then it'll be toss up in the air again. But it was very exciting to just know that I would be able to play middle. And I know for Beth and I, it wasn't stressful. We weren't competing anymore. We just knew we had our spots. So I think it was a lot better in that department because when we did play, we didn't have to worry about, is someone going to take your spot, So that made it more fun too. Even though competition is good, it can be a little stressful.
You and Chelsea Berry, the two captains on the team, senior leaders, what does that honor mean to you to be a senior captain on this team?
Well, it took us a while for the whole team and coach to pick captains, so we weren't sure, what captains were going to be like and who was actually going to lead the team. And for all the seniors still, we all feel like leaders, and just to put a title on it, it really doesn't mean a lot on the court because you can tell we all lead the team, but I think, we just lead it in different ways. We try harder to just lead by example. We're not very vocal people, Barry and I, but we like to lead by showing, the freshmen, the other girls, how hard you have to work to play college level, what the expectations are, and just try to lead the freshmen, when we go on tournaments, tell them what they need to bring and stuff. So I think the freshmen really trust us, and I really like that. The freshmen are very, they really follow us and they listen to us, and that's really helpful for Barry and I, never being captains in college league like no one else is, so that's really nice.
And you guys are heading to Wisconsin this weekend for another tournament, Wisconsin Parkside hosting, and against some teams that you're very familiar with that you've seen over the years. So what are your expectations going into this weekend?
Well, in the past, We've split with a lot of those teams like Michigan Tech and Northern, and Parkside we've actually lost both years. But they've all been very competitive. You know, we really get hyped up to play them just because we know how good they are, and sometimes, you know, they can be pretty cocky. So when we beat them, it's like, it's pretty energetic out there, and I think the freshmen are going to realize that when us seniors are really getting hyped up to play them, and if we have that lead, we're definitely going to keep going on and really push the team to beat them, I think.
Alisha, best of luck this weekend. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Alisha VanderWoude with us as Peacock Volleyball gets ready for the Wisconsin Parkside Tournament this weekend. That's it for us. Thanks for joining us. I'm Zach Carlyle. We will see you next week on Peacocks on the Prowl.